Okay, so hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to the orientation session of Research and Learning Buddies for PRISm 2025. I am Romana and Amrit, can we go to the next slide? Yeah, so let me introduce you to the orchestration team of PRISM. Our advisory committee consists of Professor Sahana Murthy and Professor Sridhar Iyer from CET IIT Bombay, Professor Sameer Sahasrabuddhe from IIT Gandhinagar, and Dr. Jayakrishnan from IIT Madras. I'm your team lead. I'm Romana, and I have a PhD from CET Center for Educational Technology, IIT Bombay. And let me also introduce you to our teaching assistants. We have Amrit and Alisha here. So, Amrit and Alisha, you can come forward, say hi, and tell us about yourselves.
Amrit, you're on mute.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Amrit. I'm second year PhD scholar here in Center for Educational Technology at IIT Bombay, and I am working on game design education.
Hi everyone, I'm Alisha and I'm an architect by qualification, but currently I'm a second year PhD scholar at the Center for Education Technology at IIT Bombay, and I'm working on how to enhance architectural teaching strategies. Thank you.
Thank you, Amrit and Alisha. Our consultants are previous year's coordinators, that is Nandan and Spruha. They are not available in the meeting today. And we also have our communication manager, Dr. Sadia Banu, who will be helping you all communicate with the orchestration team and will be handling all your queries. So, Sadia, if you can come and say hi.
Hello everyone, I'm Sadia Banu. I've done my master's in public health and I'll be your communication manager this year.
Yeah, thank you, Sadia. So, we are very happy to have Professor Sahana Murthy here with us today. Professor Sahana Murthy is the convener of Center for Educational Technology, IIT Bombay. She is also the Vice President of EdTech Society India and the General Chair of TIFURI 2025. She has played a crucial role in shaping this program, and we would love to hear from her. So we're very happy to have you here, Sahana ma'am. You can take over.
Okay, thanks, Romana. That was a very kind introduction. Thank you very much. And you also, told about the various hats I wear today, especially, and an extremely warm welcome to all of you to this program. Before we go ahead, I'm not sure how many of you know about this program. Can you guess when we did the first version of PRISM? It was called something completely different then. But do you know? Or if you actually know, maybe you can hold off. But if you don't know, can you guess? Was it like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or just last year, 5 years ago? Can you use chat or just speak up? If you know also, you can say it.
3 years?
Okay. Let's say 3 years, last year, 4 to 5 years. I'm going to give you a hint. It's much older than that. Does anybody else have an idea? Not people who are very new, but let's see. Most people are saying last year. Okay.
I can say, can I?
Yeah, take a crack, Romana.
So I was a part in 2016 when it was called Meet back then. Yeah.
Okay. So in a way, all of you are right. Last year was the first time it was done. Last year it was called DETR. Earlier it used to be called Meet. But Romana, you're also off by 3 years. The first time it was done was in 2013 when T4E 2013 ran in IIT Kharagpur. And Dr. Jayakrishnan, who is on the slide, he was the equivalent of Romana back then. He was a PhD student, and this was actually part of his thesis, where the idea was to get a group of practitioners, teachers, instructors, college faculty together who were thinking a lot about doing experiments or something interesting with respect to teaching and learning. And the idea then was that, look, let's try to make this more systematic, more formal, and let's see if we can build an action research program around it. I saw someone's hand raised a moment ago. I think it was Gitu. I saw it and went away. If you want to say something, go ahead, please. Okay, you're welcome to use chat also in case that was just if the voice doesn't work. So it's actually something very exciting because it's gone through several generations, several nomenclatures, several forms, and it's really becoming bigger and richer, and more people are coming in. So again, a very warm welcome to all of you. Can we go to the next slide, please? Okay, so today, this program is under the umbrella of the EdTech Society. There was no EdTech Society in 2013, but there has been one in the last 3 years, and this program has been under this. So before I go ahead, can we do a quick hand raise of if you have attended any event by EdTech Society? Can you just do a virtual or a real hand raise? Okay, awesome. I'll just wait because the numbers are pouring in. Okay, I think there's at least 20 because we had something like 12 hand raises and then a few claps and all that. Okay, so very nice if you already know about the EdTech Society. If you don't yet know about it, I'll just spend a minute or so talking about what it is because that's really the parent organization. So this was set up about 3 or 4 years ago, and I say about because again, we first set it up, it was the idea and people came together and then it got formalized and then the name came. So it underwent a couple of iterations, roughly 2022, let's say. So the EdTech Society is a professional organization based in India. And this is meant for professionals who are working, using, researching about EdTech. So you could be a teacher, you could be a researcher, you could be an industry professional, you could work in a foundation. And if you use technology in education in any way, I'm going beyond, PowerPoint and computers, something more, let's say more current, then this is the organization where you can, the goals of this organization are to improve teaching and learning through the use of technologies and to also go up the levels of research in the field. What this organization does is several events throughout the year. There are master classes. You can see one right on the screen in front of you. This happens, I would say, on an average once a month, maybe sometimes once every 2 months. There have been 30 master classes in the last 3 years, so that will give you a sense of how many there are. There are interviews with, they're called in-focus interviews with industry professionals. There are panel discussions. And the flagship event of this organization is the T4E conference, which happens once a year, typically in December. Okay, can we go ahead? Rumana, let me know when you want to take it back. Okay, I'll just keep speaking till then. I think you've told me earlier, but just feel free to interrupt.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, so if you want to follow EdTech Society, please use any of these QR codes, take a picture, and you can use this to follow the events and the announcements of the society. And I'm assuming that because all of you are here, you are also members of the society. So you should be getting emails about the events and all, emails, or there's also a WhatsApp group. So please use these handles, these links to get to know more about the society. I think we can go ahead. Okay, so I think I already talked a little bit about the history, and this is the most recent history. But what this tells you, which is interesting in this forum, is how this program itself has grown in the last 3 years. So it used to be called Documenting Educational Technology Research, DETR, 3 years ago in 2023. We had 11 participants, learners, and 18 research buddies. And we have sort of gone to like 3 or 4 times of that number since then, which is again very exciting. It is growing. The goal, I would say, I mean, there are many goals, but there are two key goals here of this program. One is to support practitioners into doing action research. Now, in order to do that, we need people to guide them. That's where you all come in. The reason you're all here, I'm assuming, is because you have some experience in doing research and maybe some experience in guiding. And I think Lisha and Amrit and Romana have some questions for you about that. But now there is also a community of people who have begun to do research. Those are the learners or the participants, people who are research buddies who are going to guide them. So there is a in doing action research aspect, there's a community aspect, and there's a conference aspect. So we also want to grow the conference and get really strong papers in it related to teaching and learning using technology. So we'll keep all these goals in mind as we go on. There's a lot of learning and growth happening for everyone here, definitely for the participants, but also for the buddies, also for all of you, because for some of you, this may be the first time you're mentoring or guiding. So there's a tremendous amount of learning there. There's a lot of learning for people who are running this program, Rumana, Amrit and Alisha, because they are in leadership roles now. There's a lot of learning for me because it's been 12, 13 years since we've been doing this. And each time there is something new, something either bigger or richer. Things go in a broader way. For example, 2 years ago and even last year, the themes of the conference really broadened. And there's a lot of learning for the conference itself, which is, I'm just going to assume that the conference is also another living organization. Okay, let's go ahead. So, T4E25 conference, in the past, T4E stood for Technology for Education. 4 was like a cute little summary for 4. But after COVID, so what happened during COVID is for 4 years, the conference was, we couldn't do anything. So 2019 is when the previous versions happened. When we started to restart, we said that, look, we need to really be more inclusive. And we had lots of discussions then, the program chairs, the general chairs, the standing committee. And we said that technology and education, there are many connectors. It's not just building tools. But you could, so it includes building tools. So that is the technology for education. There is also the science of learning when you use tools. So that's the technology of education. If you look up the dictionary meaning of the word technology, both these meanings come in. So technology is also the science of doing something. So technology of education is the science of using tools and learning within the broader education framework. Then there is technology in education, which is where I think many of you come in. This is actually the use of tools effectively, the choice of appropriate tools, doing something meaningful with the tools. So actual strong users, which is where I think most of you are today. And finally, technology across education, which stands for accessibility, inclusion, diversity, more of the social aspects. So these are sort of the 4, I won't even say these are the 4 themes or so. Now, this is sort of the conference. This is like the 4 pillars underneath the conference. Within this, now there are many theme areas and all. And I'm really happy to announce that the call for papers is ready. And I think it will either almost go out or it's already gone out. So I am... Just excuse me for a moment later. I'll already gone up.
Yes.
It's published?
Yeah, it's published. I mean, the website is live.
Website is live. Fantastic. Because we were talking about it among the standing committee just 2 or 3 days ago, and we said it's good to go. So one of us will post the link also for the call for papers for this year. Okay, next slide, please. Center for Educational Technology. I don't know. Do Amrit or Alisha, do you want to talk about it since you're current students here?
Yeah, Alisha will take over.
Okay, ma'am, I'll take it. Okay, so let me briefly introduce you to our Center for Education Technology. We are an interdisciplinary program, and it started in around 2010, and we have a good big team right now of five core faculty, two adjunct and six visiting faculty, two postdoc researchers, and we currently offer two types of programs, which are PhD and MTech. Presently, we have 25 PhDs graduated, and 48 of us are still in the process of doing our research. And our MTech is relatively a new branch where we have new course where we started in 2019, and 17 of these MTechs have graduated so far, and currently we have 18. Next slide, please, Amrit. So, let me quickly bring you to the key thrust areas which we focus upon in this department. In terms of the research, we divide them into these four broad categories. We call it T lead, TUET, EDA, and emerge. So, by T lead, the T lead area focuses on developing learners' disciplinary practices like design thinking, estimation, algorithmic thinking, etc. TUET is an area that focuses on research, development, and outreach of innovations to empower teachers in effective use of technology. EDA is a department that uses is an area that uses multimodal data like mouse clicks, eye gaze info, etc., to understand learning processes and learner behavior. And we also have Emerge, which identifies potential benefits of emerging technologies in the teaching learning process and accordingly design applications and activities using these technologies. In terms of the development, we have been a part of several MOOCs, teaching tech enhanced learning environments and tools that support teaching and learning process. And our outreach programs have involved a lot of faculty development programs, workshops, hackathons. OTeach is a web based resource that you can easily find on our website, which helps instructors to move smoothly to the idea of online teaching. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Yeah, so let me take from here. These are the learner demographics this year. So, as we received around 50 learner applications this year, and around 44 of them got accepted. And maximum we have academic faculty, followed by industry and corporate people, and we have 8 research scholars and a few interns and students, and some of them are education content training and instructional designers. So this is how our learner demographics look like. Can we go to the next slide, Amrit? You can also hover your mouse on the pie chart, Amrit. That will give an idea about who the yeah. So so we in our research buddies and learning buddies cohort, we received an overwhelming 55 to 60 applications this year, and majority are professors and faculty who are around 29. Then we have research scholars and PhD candidates from IIT Bombay, and there are around 10 of us. And we have 10 from industry and corporate roles. We have researchers and scientists, learning educational technology experts, and one more, Amrit, if you can scroll up. Yeah, above this is ऊपर. Yeah, and we also have senior academics and leaderships this time, senior distinguished professors who have also applied to be research buddies this year. Okay, can we go to the next slide? Yeah. So, to have an idea about your research expertise and to know the collective experience of this expertise of this group that we have a small activity planned here. So, we want you to scan this QR code, which will take you to a page Menti, and there you can answer the question about it's a qualitative, it's a just a simple poll where you have to answer what experience do you have in guiding learners and researchers. So you can either scan this QR code or go to menti.com and enter this code.
Mine is going to a different. Ah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. Okay. Also, Amrit, can we go to the results page and wait there so that we know where we are?
So this would really help us, plan the program well. So we really would urge everyone to, you know, participate. I think it's a better idea to go back to the either the QR code or the scanner. Many people still are waiting. Yeah, thank you.
I've shared the code on WhatsApp, on the Google chat. Please have a look.
Amrit, when we have about 25 or 30, I think you can show it.
We have 18 responses so far. 19. We have 20 responses. Now the counter doesn't seem to increase. So I think we can share the screen. Yeah. So we have two very extensively experienced research buddies in guiding learners. Majority have some experience in mentoring, which is really great. And there are around six who don't have any prior experience but are eager to learn. Okay, thank you very much for sharing your experience. Can we go back to the slides? Yeah, so follow up to this activity, we have one more question for you. So because Prism is very tightly aligned to T4E and EdTech conferences, we want to know what is your experience in guiding learners in research for T4E or other similar EdTech conferences. So can you all just quickly again scan the QR code or enter the code here and answer this question again?
You can also refresh the same page. I think it will show.
You can also refresh the same page. I've changed the slide. We have 24 responses. We can share the screen. So, yeah, there's no experience yet, but interested in contributing. I think there were two dummy votes here already. So I'll count that as seven who don't have any experience yet, but interested in contributing. We have eight and also eight people who have guided in research writing for T4E or, and other similar conferences, as well as EdTech conferences. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you everyone for your inputs. We can go to the next slide, Amrit. Yeah, Amrit, you can take over now.
Yeah, thanks, Romana. So this program content actually has three stages, and one of which is learning modules, which is the first stage of the program. And here, actually, it's going on currently, and it will be over, I think, by April first week. So here, learners are going through different modules based on research methodologies and other research, for example, research design and other analysis approach to support their research. So this contains content, learning content, as well as activities and other interactive discussion forum, for example, and assignments. So currently, learners are going through this phase of the program, and the second phase, once they are done with the learning modules and they have their research idea which they will be working upon, they will go to the data collection and analysis stage, and this is where your support as a research buddy and learning buddy will come in handy. So you will be going through their assignments which they have submitted in the first stage, their ideas, their study planning, study design templates, and evaluating and giving constructive feedback to those to those learners. And I think we will soon tell about the pairing of the learners and research buddies, and you will be working with those learners. And this phase will take about a month, and then we move on to the final stage of the program, which is paper writing. And this is also where your assistance to the learners will be helpful. And here they are basically writing and structuring their arguments and writing down the findings of their study in the form of a publication. And so this is the final stage of the study and final stage of the program, and they will be submitting to T4E conference uh, after their writing is done. So, what is your role as a research buddy in this program? So, as the learners are going through the modal resources, the learning content of the course, you will also be going through the same resources and but specific focus on the assignments that the learners have submitted, their research, which contain their research ideas, their research design that they're planning to implement, and basically giving feedback on those assignments. And the second is keeping in touch with your learners through regular virtual meetings until their submission is done. So you'll be guiding them throughout the process from reviewing their idea to planning their study, as well as helping in conduct the study, and then finally in writing. And yeah, this the third point reiterates the same point. So you'll be helping them in developing the idea proposal, refining their idea, study design, and so on. Other than this, you'll also engage in the discussion forum activities, which learners will all be a part of, and also track learner progress individually. And you can also report to us, and whenever our help is required from our end, uh, s- then you also offer the guidance, and you can also offer additional resources, since you will be paired up with learners who have something in common with your background or research interest. So you can also recommend them additional resources which you are aware of as you are as you have some level of expertise in that field, or you are aware of some other uh, seminal resources. And finally, helping them to prepare for the conference. And since they will be submitting and getting the reviews for their publication, you can also help them address those suggestions and address those reviews as and when they are received. For learning buddies, so you'll also be engaging in discussion forum activities, but you'll also be supporting your fellow learners, especially in peer review tasks. So basically, we have some activities which require peers to interact with each other, and this is where your expertise in having gone through this module last time will come in handy. And you can also provide them with resources that you were uh, exploring last year when you were part of the program. And this is important because you can also continue where you left off in the last previous years. So maybe you can develop on the idea that you were working on but could not complete for whatever reason, and use the new timeline to basically organize your work, and also take our help to go for the full paper publication this time around. So, why a role is important? So, the learners that you are working with are novices in terms of the research experience. They have teaching experience. They are practitioners, but you are helping them to transition from this role of a teacher to a researcher, a reflective practitioner, basically. And you'll be guiding them throughout the three phases to maintain regular communication with you and provide encouragement, and guide the learners systematically throughout the research process. And the third, which is a very important thing, is sometimes the learners feel that they are not able to work for whatever reason, and their motivation kind of diminishes. It goes through whether crests and troughs, and you can help them in kind of being stay motivated all the time uh, through your scaffolds, through regular interactions, and you can provide them constructive feedback on their ideas, on their design decisions that they are taking, also on their personal improvement and growth. So this will help in promoting collaboration and knowledge sharing among the ET researchers community, and which will help you as well as the learners that you are mentoring. So you can think of this as a uh, since these novice practitioners are new to the educational technology field, so you can think of them as new participants in the educational technology research community. They are involved. They have the practice experience. They are also passionate about research. That's why they have joined this program. So they are at some level participated in this community, and but they are at the periphery. And you being experienced in research, having gone through previous programs as well as your research experience, are kind of are full, participants deeper who have deeper engagement with the community. So you can help them to go from the periphery to the center where they are also fully participated in the community in the research practices of educational technology researchers. So yeah, Alicia, you can take over.
Thank you, Amrit. Amrit has given a very elaborate picture of the significance of your roles in this program. Creating a supportive learning environment is critical to encourage these learners and help them build trust. So, in this section, I would like to share some guidelines on how to establish such an environment effectively with your fellow learners. So, the first point that I would like to highlight is that it's encouraged that you try to keep the environment positive with by giving positive reinforcement when they come to you with their work or with their ideas. You can highlight first what are the things that are working, and then probably go to the ones that need a little more detailing. So this would help you and them build the trust. The second point is that you can adapt a bit collaborative tone, and you can act supportive rather than judgmental in the scenarios. For example, you can use phrases like we have mentioned here, like, have you considered using method A or method B? Or it might be helpful to explore process A or process B, rather than directly giving them an advice or a blunt correction. The third and the most important one in this point is to have a very strong empathy with the learner, because they all are having their own, you as well as them, both of you are having fixed job timings, a lot of commitments, etc. So, a little bit of flexibility from your end, encouraging some semi formal communication will definitely be helpful in fostering a supportive environment. Next slide, please. Feedback definitely is one of the most critical things that is expected of the research buddies and the learning buddies. So it is very crucial to identify the feedback focus. Like, be very clear about what are you addressing in the particular submission or the particular discussion. You can prioritize the key issues instead of overwhelming the researcher with extensive comments. You can focus on the areas which are very critical for improvement. Next slide, please. Uh, we would also say that you should provide clear and actionable feedback rather than saying that this argument is unclear, this is incomplete. The there's You can maybe put it up in a more softer language which is easy for the person to take in, but at the same time be specific. You can use examples whenever it's possible, because it will help them in visualizing better what you want to say. And the last point again is very critical, that you need to frame your criticism constructively. Try to frame it in such a way that it's not demotivating for these people, for the learners. I would now hand it over to Rumana to take it over, please.
Um, Thank you very much, Alicia. So I'll continue on the best practices. Another best practice as a research buddy is to encourage reflective thinking rather than providing direct answers or solutions. So this helps learners critically engage with their research process and also develop deeper insights about their own work. So we suggest you to ask very thought-provoking questions here, like, do you think the questionnaire items are measuring what they are supposed to measure? Or you could ask them, could expanding on this concept help strengthen your argument, etc. So the reason we are asking you to do this here is teachers, researchers are maybe emotionally invested in their action research because it is closely tied to their classroom practices. And this attachment can make it difficult for them to consider modifications or alternative approaches. So, as a research buddy, you should help them critically reflect on their own biases and interpretations at various points. You can also promote self evaluation by encouraging learners to reflect on their own reasoning by asking what they aim to achieve in a given section. So, this helps them assess whether they are effectively communicating their ideas. Can we go to the next slide? Yeah. This is a very important slide. So, your goal is to balance depth with motivation. Your goal is to provide very critical feedback while also keeping learners engaged and encouraged. So, as we all know, research is a journey that is very important. We have It's important to recognize how far these learners have come. So, we suggest you to highlight improvements over time to build their confidence. We want you to highlight that small wins matter and acknowledging them keeps up their motivation. Similarly, always end the feedback with clear directions for improvement. So instead of just pointing out gaps, suggest actionable next steps. For example, this is shaping up well, focusing on X will strengthen your argument further. In addition to this, foster independence. Encourage learners to explore multiple solutions instead of just providing fixes. Share with them useful resources, as Amrit and Alisha were mentioning, and help them develop their own ideas. Ultimately, we want you to promote ownership in these novice learners. The final decisions rest with these researchers, and our role is to only provide constructive input while respecting their autonomy. Yeah. So this is one of the first things you'll do as research buddies. You'll be reviewing learners' work on assignments that they have submitted. So as part of assignment 1, 2, and 3, you'll be reviewing their RQs and constructs. You will be looking at what are the research questions, what are the constructs, and you'll be suggesting them refinements and ensuring that the literature that they have referenced is aligning with the research idea. You'll be also looking at their solution design and how their sampling technique. Um, you have to ensure that the solution that they are suggesting is feasible and coherent, while also, yeah, um, while also considering the learner's expertise and the constraints that they may be having. And so you know that research has many unexpected challenges, and this can arise at any time. So we want you to guide them to think ahead, and to ensure that the study remains strong and credible even if something goes wrong. So suggest them alternative strategies and highlight potential validity threats to help them address these reliability and validity issues. Yeah. Finally, I think it's very important to have regular check-ins to provide meaningful support. Offer ongoing support instead of overwhelming these learners with too much feedback at once. What you can do is provide very an incremental guidance, and you also have to be mindful about the research stage and adapt to it. Like, for example, early feedback should focus on the idea development, while the later feedback can refine their language, their coherence, and the presentation. And as Amrit also mentioned, we want you to keep track of the discussion, maybe maintain notes somewhere on a shared document that will help you and your learner to track progress and ensure there is continuity in the feedback. Yeah. Yes. These were some of the best practices that we wanted to share with you all. And yeah, so as we move forward, we want to know what you personally hope to gain from this program. So this is another mentee activity where you'll have to write maybe 2, 3 words about what do you think will be your major takeaway from the program. Also, one more note here, there are several learners who have also joined. Learners can refrain from doing this activity because this is for research buddies and learning buddies, what they expect that their takeaways will be in the program. So you can scan the QR code and enter the code here.
Romana, you are on mute.
Oh, thank you, Amrit. So what we can do is it's the same code. You can just refresh your page and we can move forward while you also answer the question. Can we go to the next slide, Amrit? Yeah, so these are some takeaways that we have planned for you. So from this program, we are hoping that as a research buddy, you'll serve as a very supportive partner and mentor to the learner. To novice learners specifically who are not very familiar with ET research, and you'll also be contributing to ET research by mentoring novice learners. This platform will give you ample of opportunities to network, and also many collaboration opportunities here. Um, this will also give you recognition in the Indian academic community for your own professional growth, and yeah, will be recognizing your dedication and expertise with a certificate of appreciation from the Ethics Society. And research buddies can also have the opportunity to be considered as co-authors on submitted papers, but subject to meeting co-authorship criteria, which you can find on the website. And yeah, here are the takeaways that you think will be important. So can we go to the Mentimeter slide? Yeah. So I think most of this we have covered: research community, research writing skills, mentoring experience, publication collaboration, knowledge. I'm looking for something that we have not mentioned in our previous slide: creative writing, understand ET research, be in good research, learning action research, visibility, recognition. Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone, for answering the poll. Okay, we have more. Uh, uh, we have more responses, but yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's we can go back to the slide. Yeah. So all research buddies, this is the timeline for you. Today we are having the on orientation. We'll be onboarding you on Moodle. Some of you are already onboarded on Moodle. After, if you've not, Sadia will be giving you instructions on how to go about it in the next slide. From 23rd March to 29th March, we want you to review learner ideas on Moodle and select topics of interest. So what learners have done is they've shared their research idea on the discussion forum. We want you to go to this discussion forum and reply on the research ideas that you find interesting and are you want to mentor on. So that we can do the allotment based on your research interest. After this, we have a few one-on-one group meetings that are scheduled. These are to be scheduled by your paired learners. These are mostly on weekends when you are available. And we want you to revise learners' idea proposal and study planning template and give them feedback by 26th. They have to submit their revised versions by 26th April. So that has to be final. So please do that as soon as you are paired with your learner. After that, the execution of study follows, and we have a few other meetings that are scheduled to see the progress. On 3rd of May, we have another session which is called as Deep Dive with the coordinators. So in this session, we'll be talking about case-based problems that research buddies might be facing, and we'll be trying to address the problems you're facing here. And we'll be inviting alumni, research buddy alumni, who will be sharing their experience with you. And yeah, so basically more support for you all. And there are a few progress check meetings for learners which you can optionally attend. And yeah, we have one last session on 7th of June that is called as submission, where we'll be meeting with the coordinators and the program chair, and maybe the local organizing chair of T4A 2025 can come here and talk about the conference in more detail and give you insights. And we'll also be talking about wrapping up submitting, and being being camera ready and preparing for presentations and all of those things. Yeah, the abstract submission is on 8th of July. paper submission deadline is on 15th of July, and the results for T4E 2025 will be out by 10th of September. Yeah, so this is the timeline for you. We'll be also sharing this resource with you so that you can refer to this. You can go to the next slide, Amrit. Yeah. Sadia, would you like to talk about this?
Okay, thank you. So for this program, we will be using WhatsApp and Moodle for updates, discussion, and coordination. To join Moodle and review learner's idea, you will have to go through this link and create your own account on Moodle. Once you create your new account, you will be getting a verification email which you can confirm by clicking the link they have provided. Once you are in registered in the Moodle, and we will onboard you on the Moodle based on your registration, and then you can review learners idea on Moodle discussion forum and reply on topic of interest. Next, regarding WhatsApp communication guidelines, WhatsApp, this group is strictly for PRISm 2025 updates, coordination and discussion related to research and learning. So avoid any off-topic discussion like self-promotion or personal messages. And for respect and professionalism, please maintain respectful and professional tone in all your messages. Avoid any harassment speech, hate speech, or offensive languages. So keep all discussion focused on the program and research. Regarding communication protocol, avoid messaging individual orchestration team members for queries. Direct all your questions to me as a communication manager, and I will assist you regarding the query or escalate them as needed. Regarding the communication timing, I will be available from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. for all your queries. So avoid all non-urgent messages between 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. And regarding the privacy and confidentiality, please do not share, misuse, or forward other members' contact information. All the discussion in the group should remain confidential and not be shared outside. Thank you. That's all for.
Thank you, Sadia. I can go to the next slide. Amrit. Yeah. Thank you. We are open to questions now.
Manu, can I just come in here before we do a full open question? So I just want to confirm, we have a lot of participants and this is really nice, but I just want to confirm that you're all here on the right venue. So this is an impromptu poll I'm going to share on the chat. Okay, this forum is for people who want to be mentors, or you can think of a mentor as a guide, to researchers who are writing for T4E, who are doing research for T4E. So you
ma'am, you're on mute. I don't know how.
Yeah, sorry. If you feel that you are actually in the right place and you want to be a mentor to the researcher, just in the chat, click 1. If on the other hand, you want to be the main researcher herself or himself, just click 2. Okay, just want to make sure that you're all on the right place. And because we have 40 odd people, we really want all of you . Please keep writing, okay? We will monitor the chat, but in the meantime, if you have any other questions, go ahead. That's all I have to say, Ramana.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sana. I think the ones who are writing to are mostly learning buddies, except a few I can confirm.
Also, there are a few learners who have joined the call today.
Yeah.
So later we can sort of, send individual messages saying which meetings are for whom and so on.
Yes.
Yeah, open for questions to all of you, please.
Yeah, someone has asked for Moodle link in the chat. So these details have already been mailed to you. If you've not received the email, please check your spam folders or somewhere. You should have received it. Most of them are also added to the WhatsApp group and as well as to the Moodle platform. Yeah, we are open to questions. If anyone has any question, you can unmute your mic and ask. Yeah, Shashikant. Please fill the WhatsApp consent form that's been sent to your email. And once you've signed the consent, we'll be adding you to the group. Did already. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Ruma, I have one question. So I am seeing this assignment on my Moodle, and I have signed up as research buddy. So do I also need to do this thing?
Um, Thank you for your question, Ankita, and thank you for bringing this up. You have been given the same access to the resources as learners. So, this is only for your reference or for you to go through. You don't have to submit any assignments or anything. What you can instead do is there are specific discussion forum posts that we want you to engage in. Go to those discussion forum posts and reply to the different conversations that are happening there, and engage in there. You'll have to ignore a few notifications that will be sending regarding to learning. Yeah, for any action items for research buddy specifically, will be sending you a separate email and maybe announcing also separately, so you can ignore other calls or announcements.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, adding to Rumana's point, so once you go through the assignments available in the Moodle, and if you have any focus questions, you can share it in the Moodle. So Moodle discussion forum, usually we design it like we'll post a focus question initially, then we facilitate the discussions among the learners. So if you have any idea for a focus question or something, you can either post in the discussion forum or share it with the orchestration team. Yeah, especially for learning buddies, that is your main goal, like identifying interesting, relevant focus questions and coordinate with the team and facilitate the discussions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nandan. So, everyone, this is Nandan. He was not present for the first 10 minutes, so we missed his introduction. He was DTR coordinator for the last 2 years, and this year he has joined us as a consultant.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks. And thank you all research buddy, learning buddy for volunteering for helping budding researchers. So you are joining a new community, PRISm community. So welcome all. And once you allotted new learners, no, you will come across different challenges, especially about the motivation of the learner, because they are working, you are also working. So once, and this is a very long process, 2-3 months long workshop program. So please keep track of the communication with the learner. As Romana suggested in the guideline, please note down, like whenever you are communicating with the learner, write down the date, what type of communication happened. It might be an email communication, might be a phone call. So what was the nature of the communication? What was the matter? And if there is any challenge, please we are please keep in mind that it's a community. If you have any challenge that you are not able to address, please take help of other research buddies and there are orchestration team. So please post such challenges, success stories also. If you face any challenge and you're able to tackle that challenge, please share your stories in the WhatsApp group so that others can also follow your strategy and all. So please active in the WhatsApp group, Moodle discussion forum and all. And you're not alone. We are all there to help you.
Yeah, I think about the time commitment, Sahana ma'am had a few points to share.
Actually, more about there was a question on the chat by Vishal Kumar. I just want me to address that a little bit. And I think a couple of other questions are there. Vishal Kumar is asking, will there be any opportunity where after mentoring the learners, research buddies can pursue questions of their own interest with the help of people from edtech society? So, and then there's a similar question. As a learning buddy, apart from helping researchers, can I work on a separate research of mine to submit to T4E? So I'll just, in a way, this is the first step of the two questions. So let me just answer that. All of you are, of course, indeed, welcome to submit your own paper of your own research to T4E. Okay, so this is sort of, in addition to that, there is nothing that one will influence the other than your time commitment, of course. But with regard to will edtech society be able to help? So edtech society is also made up of volunteers like you all. Right now, at this stage, we don't have the bandwidth to run another major program until T4E. So my suggestion to all of you is, if you have not written for T4E earlier, then please talk to Rumana on whether it is possible to join the other group. They're already 3-4 weeks into the program. But if you have never written for T4E, it might be useful to come to those meetings. Do you think that will be possible, Rumana? Just at least come to those meetings and all, or is it?
Yes, yes, I think it's possible.
At least they'll have access to the videos on Moodle and all, right?
Access to videos on Moodle, and yeah, and we have only one group for communication, so all the communication to learners will also reach research and learning buddies.
Right. So the materials will be there. What is difficult at this stage is additional mentoring for your own paper. Okay, that is going to be challenging. That won't be possible till T4E. When you come to T4E, then we can brainstorm and discuss how to set something like that up for next year. Okay, that's all. There were a few questions on Moodle and all. I think you can get that.
So Will, after you've registered on Moodle, we need some time to enroll you on the course. So we'll do it by the end of today, by midnight today, and then you'll be able to access. Dr. Deepak is asking, he already has an account on the LMS, and is it necessary to create another one? So, yes, it's important to create an account in our LMS, that is in the EdTech Society. So, I've given you the link. So it's important to create another account on Moodle that is on under the EdTech Society.
Yeah, I have created the account for the last 2024. So is it okay for 2025?
That was Tutor LMS. This year we are using Moodle.
Okay.
Create a new account. I think Saurabh Mehta has raised his hand. We can take a question from Saurabh and then we can address other questions on the chat.
Hello, good evening.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. I don't know whether this is the right platform to give. It's not a question, actually, just one feedback regarding the review thing. Because generally, I have seen that in T4E we keep one track for practitioner, and majority of teachers, like learners, research for they are writing paper for the first time. They write their case study, and the review that generally we receive, it's asking for a more seasoned kind of data from the researcher. They think that those people are professional in it. So I think educating reviewer may be very helpful, and it will also encourage all first-time writers as well as the practice.
Sahana ma'am, do you want to take this?
I could not hear parts of it. Rumana, can you paraphrase maybe? I got only parts of it. There was some audio issue.
Yeah, so Saurabh is talking about educating reviewers to understand that people who are writing this case studies in PRISm track are not edtech, full-fledged edtech researchers, and there may be, so sort of correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah,
Okay.
so
So let me try to recollect, and we'll likely do something like that this year also. We had a separate track for for people who are first time researchers, especially teachers who are not trained in research and all. When they submitted the papers, especially through PRISm, we had a separate track, which means the reviewers of that track knew about this. Okay, so there was something there. Having said that, there is also, this is a balancing act, right? On the one hand, we want to help people learn and grow and all. On the other hand, there is also the conference. It has either IEEE or Springer, and overall, it's a scientific endeavor. So there are certain standards and certain norms to be followed. So I think it is a balancing act there, and we will definitely keep it in mind that these are first time writers, and they need there's a lot of learning and education involved. It's not just saying that this is not okay or this is okay. At the same time, the point of this program is to help first time authors actually do research like work. Rumana, does that kind of
yeah, it doesn't.
question query?
Yes, yes, ma'am. It answers the query. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. One question we have on chat, Dhairya is asking if any other previous research buddy has made any template for tracking the communication. It would, I mean, if not, would like to templatize if sounds a good idea. Yeah, you're welcome. We can ask previous research buddies if they've used a template before, and yeah, we can share one, but we won't make it compulsory because. If we start structuring your one-to-one communication, then there'll be some other cases that will arise which we don't have bandwidth to handle. So yeah, we'll definitely be asking research buddies to share if they've used any template before, but it won't be made compulsory. Thanks, Dhairya.
Rumana, I just remembered, since Nandan is also on the call,
Yeah.
with respect to the previous question, Nandan, do you have anything to add? I mean, it's an important point, and I'm wondering what was your experience last year?
Yeah, so my one suggestion I can give is that so when you are trying for a full and short paper in the main track, so we last time we had a main track for two type of tracks in the main paper track. That is, one is a normal regular research track, and one is a practitioner research track. So my suggestion is that you aim for practitioner research track, which is dedicated for the practitioners doing action research and all. So the reviewers, yeah.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry. Please go on.
Yeah, so when reviewers reviewing papers in the practitioner research track, that expectation in that track is slightly different. Like they may not be looking for a thorough literature or innovativeness. Like the expectation, like we give guidelines for the reviewers for the practitioner and regular research track differently. So initially itself, if you can aim for the practitioner research track, there are different themes within that track. So aim for practitioner research track specifically. That might help. That is one suggestion. Yeah.
Yeah, I am talking about the same track only. So,
Okay.
yeah, personally, that I have seen from last 2 years, even in a practitioner track, generally the review reports are more towards like full-fledged
Okay. Okay.
ET research. So that's just a suggestion.
Mhm.
I mean, nothing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think there's a question about call for workshops.
Yeah, call for workshop will be announced later. That's a workshop is more like a tutorial where if you have expertise in something and you want to do a teaching workshop, that's when you'll submit a workshop proposal. Okay, or if you have a tool and you want to do a demo, that will be the tools demo. So that is not the same as the research papers that we are discussing here. Workshop proposals will be there, but they will come a little later.
I'll also share the website here on the chat for people who are not aware. This is the T4E 2025 website. Do we have any other questions? I think we've covered all the questions in the chat, and we don't have any more questions. So I think we can close the session. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sahana ma'am, and thank you everyone who joined the call. And thank you for participating. We look forward to working with you till T4E deadline, and even after that, meeting you for the conference also, and also seeing you for next year as well. So it's a very long collaboration that we are hoping for, and we look forward to this. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining.